I think it's safe to assume that Nintendo is one of the most innovative gaming companies, and not just game companies, but companies in general. They have made so many inventions like Rob the Robot, alongside pioneering touchscreens, motion controls, and things like that. But I will say, I think their biggest innovation is how they convinced the world to play with cardboard like they were some sort of cat who was just getting a new toy. Now, what do I mean with this? Well, Nintendo Labo was a series of construction sets and toy cons that were released alongside the Switch. Well, I say alongside the Switch, they were released about a year later in 2018. And there were 4 kits available. There was a variety pack. There was a VR set, which came later. There was a robot set. And there was also another one, the drive kit. It was a drive kit. So those were the 4 kits that were released. Across all the kits, apparently, they sold about 1.39 million kits in total, which for Nintendo standards isn't the best. So it's just kind of interesting that this would flop. Now, many reviewers talked about this series of games and these kits, and they all had the same criticism, that the games were fun and building the actual construction kits was fun, but then the games were also very repetitive and very hard to keep coming back to and keep playing. So whilst they were fun for the first few times you played them, over time you just kind of got bored and you realised, hey, I could just play this somewhere else, or I could play something more interesting. So they would just go off and do that. Now, personally, I feel like the Nintendo Labo was just an interesting tidbit in the history. Because as previously mentioned, Nintendo is one of the most innovative game companies, and they also have one of the biggest gaming IP libraries as well. And to me, it just feels like Nintendo Labo was an interesting shot at it. And besides having a few VR games based on VR versions of Super Mario Odyssey and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which was the same game, just had like some like specialized effects on the games when you played it via the VR kit. I don't think they really did much with the actual IPs they had for Labo, which could have benefited it. But, it was just Nintendo. Nintendo just does what they do, and we see it in the sales numbers. And in this situation, the sales numbers weren't the best. And it's kind of a shame, because I feel like Nintendo Labo could have probably been a lot bigger if it was just marketed better and had more opportunities and more fun games. But let me know what you guys think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. I've been EC, and I'm signing out. Peace.